Happy New Year! We
Happy New Year.
are
Woo.
live. We are here with very special guest, Super Danger Studios. Alex, how you doing, brother?
Doing great. Feeling
Good.
energized. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Good,
man.
yeah.
I'm gonna roll this intro and then we can talk some guitar.
Yeah.
All right.
You're live in 3, 2, 1.
Boom. Done. Alex, what are you holding? What do you got there, sir?
This is the latest guitar that I featured in my film, but it's Yamaha Revstar Standard in fired red. First P90 guitar I've ever owned. First Yamaha guitar I've
Really?
ever owned. And it's really I gotta say, like, the first 2 weeks I was playing it, I was like, this isn't for me. And then, like, something clicked. Does it ever happen to you? You
Oh,
get
yeah.
something, you're like, not for me. I can't do it. It's not gonna happen.
100%.
And then, like, you're like, okay, it's not a Strat. Stop pretending it's a Strat, Alex. Like, that's what in my head I was doing.
Well, that's
I
the thing
finally-
too. Like those Rev Stars are just, to me, they're beautiful. They're such
I love
good
it,
guitars. I need
yeah.
to get one myself.
I'm really surprised at how much I like it now. I think it just feels so different from every other guitar, and it feels very modern, which is
Yeah.
kind of like a vague descriptor, but it does feel modern. The carbon neck,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then like the stainless steel frets. I mean, that's not like super modern. It's not very new, but there's something about it. The neck feels very modern, and I was saying this the other day in my live stream. The best electronics in any stock guitar I've ever played. The taper is money. Like, you can roll it down, and it's a nice even taper. The volume, there must be a treble bleed in here because it's a lot of.
Let's hear it. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. It stays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
like
stays chimey.
no other. Every guitar I can go till 8, and then after that it's woofy town. So, but I really like it. It's fun. It's the only downside, a little heavier than I normally would like a guitar, but that's also because I'm not very strong. So I mean, see that? Look at this color.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I was gonna say it's interesting that you can get a really modern feel with such an antiquated pickup set. Johnathan and I have very old style model guitar. They're not old guitars, but their style is old, and sort of pioneer P90 sort of body shapes. But with that Revstar, you're getting this like ultra modern feel, but the tone is very familiar and kind of something we all know and love.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see why. I mean, we all have to admit this is like the Chris Buck guitar, right? Like this
Right.
is everyone found out about it, or rather accepted it, because Chris Buck made it sound like $1 million.
Yeah.
And I get why. I was saying this the other day. I get why he plays how he does using this guitar. You know what I mean? Because like,
Totally.
there's something about the way it slides and feels, and the way you can express yourself on it, that it lends itself to his really melodic lead lines and his like really hard strumming. I mean, if you watch his right hand, sometimes he hits the guitar like in such an
Yeah.
angry way. I'm like, holy cow! Like, this guy's angry.
Playing it
And
like it
so-
owes him money.
right. But this guitar can like take it. There's a lot of guitars like, yeah, I have to be gentle, I have to be sweet to it. But this guitar really, you can be mean to it, and
Yeah.
it'll
Yeah.
come back for more.
Right.
Speaking of
How you liking
guitars
the-
that can take a beating, Johnathan, what do you got there, sir?
Yeah, so R4 gold top, kind of in the vein of Alex there. This is my first custom shop that I've ever owned, with that being his first Yamaha and all that. This one has taken a beating before I owned it, and that was kind of a big controversial thing, I guess. Some people were like, oh my God. The headstock came pre-broken. So someone had broken the headstock, and it was debatable whether it's a good repair or not. I've taken it to a local guy that I, worked with for a while, and he said it was okay. But it functions. I mean, everything works on it. It's, you know, yeah.
Ooh,
Like it's really, really like
that
something
neck
special.
pickup on that thing is so sweet.
It is, yeah, it's magical. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
something really, really special. The one downside to it, well, I guess there's two downsides to it that almost made me not buy it. I'm not a big fan of gold tops, realistically. This one's growing on me, and I've said that a bunch. Maybe call it purchase
You're on a
justification.
gold
I don't know.
run. You're in
I
your
am on a
golden
gold
era.
run. I am. And then it's really light, believe it or not. It's a very, very light Les Paul, which I really like heavy Les Pauls.
It's almost like a golden shower at everybody who's in the chat's mom's house right now. Sorry, we went way too long without slipping in a your mom joke. This is OnlyFrets. It's live from every single one of your mom's houses. And Jonathan's got the golden shower going on.
Yep. So I do have another gold guitar that I bought. It is currently with the aforementioned guitar tech. It has a couple of high frets on it, and I felt like it was justifiably. It was a justified repair. Excuse me, repair. Get a new nut on it. Kind of doing a couple things to it. Hoping to do some fun stuff with it at some point in time, but we'll see.
Yeah, nice. Well, I've got old Shiny here, and also P90 guitar. These are Planet Tone P90s that Lucas Fowler
are they?
turned me on to.
Are
Well,
they, though?
let's see. We'll start in the neck.
Yeah.
And the bridge has that very nice quack
A
to
honky
it.
sound to it.
Yeah.
This is the third set of pickups I've had on this. So I was telling Alex before we started, this is a Harley Benton kit guitar, and it came stock with just some really cheap, but not bad sounding P90s, and you know, small pots, and you know, a PCB switch and all that stuff. All of that got exchanged out for higher end parts, and over the course of, you know, a year or so, and got the X Trem from GFS Guitar Fetish on here, and it is the neck always. This couldn't be a throwaway guitar because of the neck alone. Like, it's full, but not, and I believe it's a compound radius because it flattens out and gets thinner towards the top. So it's got that cowboy cord neck that we all know and love, and then thins out as we go down the line. Real quick, just want to say what's up to all our friends here in the chat. We've got 10 watching right now. So, you know, if you're out there, we got RVP and 5150. We have Guitar Pit of Horrors in the chat. Enzo, 2 Yards, gotta love it. 2 Yards is he's on a tear at the end of the year here with his song releases. And yeah, just Happy New Year to you two and to all of you who are tuning in with us today.
Yeah, absolutely.
So both of you just released videos, and maybe I'll kind of throw this conversation starter and let the two of you kind of chat on that. That are sort of like a turning of the tide vibe. Alex did his Christmas video, and I maybe no spoilers, but if anybody hasn't watched it, it's amazing. And he's kind of letting go of, what would you say, of chasing the algorithm, right? And you know, his wife's gonna leave him because he's talking to himself, and he didn't all the way let go of that, but you know, maybe just letting go of, like, letting YouTube control every instance of your life. And Johnathan similarly just put out a video about an hour ago, where he's going to degas for 365 days and attempt to buy 0 new gear. And I have seen this shift in the YouTube guitar verse about getting away from just gear reviews and stuff and getting back to making music. And I just maybe want to let the two of you sort of talk about that a little bit. So Alex, maybe you want to start with, touching on that.
Yeah, thanks for saying that about the film too. It was a lot of fun to make. It was first short film I made, so I'm really happy I got that opportunity. I've been pushing towards that for years, and so that I got the funding and the people together and the actors and the crew together I was really happy about that. But the idea that I was trying to chase in there is, I feel like as people who are creative, it's kind of like a weird not double-edged sword, but it's a weird scenario that you have to be in as a creative person right now, where it costs you nothing to create, and the distribution is essentially free, but it doesn't mean that anyone's going to watch it. And so even if you have a good idea, you're not playing with other creators. So like old YouTube was just creators, right? There wasn't brands. It was just people. And so people got to put out their stuff, and you went on YouTube with the mindset of, I want to see what people are doing, not what large media companies are doing. But then obviously everyone got wind of that, just like what happened with SoundCloud, just like what happened with Spotify, just what happened with Instagram. Brands said, well, wait a second, we're going to spend $2 million here, and we want to get in front of people. So whatever person that was doing creative stuff on their own, kick them to the side, because we have a $2 million marketing spend this year. And Instagram said, no problem. YouTube said, no problem. And so now these social media platforms, and I'm not trying to rant about it, but it is something that we're all facing. You are now being told on one end, yeah, just like the best content is what rides to the top. But in the back of your head, that's not true. That can't be true. Because if someone comes in the door with a large marketing spend, they're getting front billing no matter what. I mean, that's just how things work. And before, they had TV, they had radio, they had cable, they had movie theaters. So you didn't have to worry about it. It's like, they have theaters. They don't need YouTube. Why are they going on YouTube? This is for people. This is for creative people, not for machines to come and impose their will on you. And so, what my movie was trying to touch on is like how that kind of mindset can, really change the way that you create. And I wish we didn't have to think about that. I mean, I'm sure you guys think about this all the time. When you're making your video, you're thinking, wait, is someone going to watch this? Which is the exact opposite of what you should be thinking when you're creating. When you're creating, you should be following some sort of passion inside you, or a theme that you're trying to do, or just being creative for the sake of being creative, doing something you've never done before. Yeah. So, and that's kind of where I was trying to go, while still making it like a 90s Christmas throwback movie.
Yeah. It was awesome too. The songs, you still need to email them to me, but they're amazing. Yeah, sorry. Really, no, it's not your job, but I will hound you until you do it. Johnathan, what do you think?
I think that's definitely something that I do a lot of times, and it's a good message to try to get out there. Is like when you're making something, and it goes beyond YouTube. I mean, if you're making music, if you're making a movie to go into a big theater, if you're doing whatever, you can't be thinking, well, what if I put it out and no one buys the album, or what if I, get all these theaters and the movie bombs? Like, who cares? If you're happy with it, that's kind of like what I'm going for with like my little project that I'm doing. But I mean, I think it's a great message to get out there. I really think that's. I haven't seen the video yet. Very intrigued. I'm going to go watch it after this, as a matter of fact. But yeah, that's a great message to get out there. I mean, I'm on board with it 100%.
And you're doing something similar, Johnathan, which I think I love. I'm like I commented on your video, but I'm really excited to see what kind of art you produce outside of video making, because that's an art form as well. Alex knows that better than anybody, and you know that better than anybody. Like, you are being creative when you make a video, even if it's a review of, a piece of gear or like whatever it is. But
Right.
I'm excited for, what would you say, the more musical side of your art to come out.
Yeah, so and that's something that I decided, I would say a little before Thanksgiving, like in November, I started really sitting down. I had a bunch of videos scheduled, so I had some free time, and I was like, I'm starting to get some other ideas for videos and stuff, but something I really want to do is write music. Something I've always wanted to do, and I think most musicians want to do at some point, is record an album. EP, LP, studio album, whatever. And I'm like, I have all of the tools at my disposal to do it. I've got a good interface, good computer. I've got tons of free plugins, guitars galore, microphone. Like, I've got the whole nine. But because of YouTube, my whole thing is like, well, I got to make this other video, and to make another video, I got to get another piece of gear to be able to do this. And but I can use this piece of gear in this song. Like, it's that mindset of just like, you constantly have to have this new thing. And it's just one of those things where it's like you get burnt out. Like, I mean, so I scour, not so much Reverb, but a lot more like Guitar Center, Music Friend, sometimes Facebook, just looking for whatever's out there, because I'm like in that mindset of, I can make a video out of this, or maybe I can resell it, is another thing. And you just get so burnt out on it. Like, I know burnout's a term thrown around, especially on YouTube a lot, but like, man, you are just like, oh, it's a Les Paul, cool, love them, but like, or like seeing the Rev Start. I love those guitars, but at this point in time, I'm like, I want one, but I'm just like, I don't know if I just don't want to buy one, because I know it's just going to be like that initial high after you open the box. It's just like, oh, so put it on my rack. Maybe I'll play it. Maybe I'll end up selling it. Who knows? I'm just past that point right now, and I'm hoping that by doing this, not buying anything for the full year, which people are already saying, yeah, right. I'm like, I'm pretty wrong.
You'll buy strings though, right? I mean, that'd be funny if you're like, I'm
strings,
not gonna buy any strings.
No,
I'm not gonna,
no gear.
That'd be pretty impressive.
And then I'm going to record the
guitars.
album on the same, whatever set's on here now is going to be on the album at the end of the year. No, I'm just kidding. No, so yeah, and that was something that I said in the video. Necessities can be forgiven. Strings, picks. If my interface died tomorrow, I would have to buy a new interface. If a guitar like if all of these got stolen tomorrow, I would need a guitar. I would buy a guitar. Like, there are exceptions to the rule, but just for YouTube, for my own, whatever you want to call it, just me buying something to buy something and fuel consumerism or whatever, I'm not going to do it. And I think that I have a really good feeling about it. I'm not going to say pretty good, but a really good feeling about it, because I know that when I come back to, say, next year, I'm going to buy this piece of gear. I want a new guitar. I've not bought one in forever, so I want that feeling of it, and I think I deserve it, or whatever, however I justify it. It's going to feel special again. Like, you're going to be waiting by the door for UPS to pull up and be like, oh, because
Christmas Day, baby. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, when stuff arrives as of late, I'm just like, oh yeah, I forgot I ordered that, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't want to feel that way, because this is supposed to be fun, regarding whether you're doing music, YouTube, you're just a casual guitar player, not recording anything. Like, it's supposed to be fun,
Yeah.
And it's just, it loses it whenever you just start getting so deep into it, and that's the whole idea. But then going into the music thing, it gives me so much more time to like getting in that mindset. Starting today, obviously. I mean, but like, I got into the mindset building up to it, but like, I have all of this free time available now to work on either these other videos that I'm like excited about, or start recording, because I've got a ton of riffs and stuff recorded already. I've got ideas down, but I now have that time to say, I can go in and mix it. I can go add, other instruments to it. I can refine parts. I've already got names and I've got all the stuff. And it's been so exciting and so refreshing to have something different to do than, I got to turn a camera on and do this, and then I got to go edit it, and then I got to go schedule it, and then I got to do tags and descriptions and links and It's just like, I'm still going to do YouTube, but man, it's so refreshing.
But more
already
music focus, like focus more
getting
on
back
the music.
into the music, and then, like you said before too, getting away from gear reviews as much. Now, sponsors, you know, like I have another guitar that I just got recently. Don't judge me. I got sent to me. That's another exception. If a company reaches out and says, "Hey, we want you to do this," could I turn down the sponsor? Yes. But 9 times out of 10, if they're paying you, I mean, that's still
You should
a
not
source of
turn it down,
income.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn it down. And then realistically, I'm probably gonna. I mean, honestly, I usually sell a lot of that stuff anyway, so it's not something that's gonna stick around that I'm really gonna.
Part of your payment for.
It's part of my payment.
yeah.
So it to me, it's like a gray area. Call it a cop out if you want, but that's just how I'm looking at it. You know, but
fair.
I'm not gonna be scouring Reverb and saying there's a good deal on this, and just, you know, I'm not Trogley. I don't have the money to do that.
Right.
And I just don't have the mental capacity anymore to do it. And,
Well,
you know, music
and-
is one of those therapeutic things. Dump it into that.
Alex you've always been really good about holding on. I mean, it's been a wrestling topic in all of your videos for, I would say, you know, as long as I've been watching your channel, where you're wrestling with, was that the first one I watched, Trapped in a Gear Demo, right? You know, a pedal review, Trapped in a Pedal Review, where like the theme has always been like you're wrestling with this, like the artistry against, you know, the YouTube creative process.
Yeah.
And I would say that you've always been able to work your art really well into the video. And you're not just artistic in music, but you obviously have a knack for cinematography and script writing and things like that. And we've talked about that before, but you know, maybe for us guys, us normies out here who don't, like, how do you do such a good job of like holding on to that? Like, I'm a musician and I'm a filmmaker and I'm going to do those things despite, you know, view counts or whatever.
I mean, that's the that's the kicker. Despite view counts,
Right.
Because the more artistic I make stuff, the lower the views. That's just how it goes. Because your natural YouTube, as much as we, you know, as much as everyone will agree with, yes, no new gear. And this is actually the comment you see all the time. No new good guitar bands. Not a lot of creativity on YouTube. Just another gear demo, right? You'll see hundreds of comments like that. And yet, the top videos, new guitars from Squire,
Right.
new guitar from
Andertons.
whatever.
Yeah.
Anderton, right? Demos. People love demos. People swear up and down. They might not even know they watch it. Now, I am sympathetic to that because sometimes you're scrolling and you're like, holy cow, I just watched 10 minutes of a gear demo. Like, I didn't realize it. And so I think people have this kind of like dual brain where like one part of their brain is like, we love these gear demos. But then what is revealed preferences versus stated preferences, right? They're saying, oh, no, I don't watch gear demos. And if you look at their watch history, you'll be like, hundreds of gear demos. Because in their mind, they're not watching that to watch it. They're watching it because they're actually trying to make a purchase. And so like it's tied to a purchasing decision. Therefore, in their mind, I'm not watching this for recreation. I'm doing research. So they're dividing it in their head, research and then creativity. And so in terms of like what I want to try to get done when I'm trying to make a video, it's like I just want each video to make me happy. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's like there was a couple of videos that I made where I was not happy with it. I didn't like the video. I didn't like the way things sounded. And it was because what I mentioned earlier, I was like trying to make a video that people will watch. And instead I'm like, okay, I just want to make videos that I like because I can do that for 10 years. I can't make, you know, viral. I mean, I've never gone viral. I have no idea how it works, but I cannot make successful videos for 2 years. Like that would kill me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey guys, check it out. Here's the never to go. Fuck.
You
Three
do have the
knob,
voice
treble,
for it.
middle, and bass. It's like, okay, I don't have to.
middle, and yeah.
Like I can't do that, and there are some
Radio
guys that
voice.
can, and actually hats off to them because someone's got to do that. So I'm thrilled that someone's doing it, but I can't. So, but I can make weird videos like 10 years, easy 10 years. I could do that for 30 years. Like I love making weird videos. So, as long as you enjoy it, the endurance is longer. And the other success I found out about YouTube is that you have to be doing it for the longest. If you quit, then you lose. So
Yep.
the only, and that, I mean that's just for anything, I guess. But for music, for if you're writing, if your marriage, if you quit, you lose. So the only way to endure and to be successful is just keep doing it. So I just keep trying. In each little video, there's at least one moment where I'm like, I'm so happy I threw that in. I know that it's going to drop off engagement at that point. Like when that shot happens, people are going to leave, and I know it's going to happen, but I don't care because I like it and I think it's funny, or I think that's an interesting musical idea, or I thought it's a funny joke I was making about sandwiches or whatever. It's like, because at the end of the day, like, it has to make the artist happy, and if it's not making you happy, then you should be being paid a lot of money. That's the other thing. If you're not getting paid any money, then it needs to make you happy first, because you're the first version of it. Now, if
You got to do
money,
it for the love, right?
right? And like money makes people happy too.
Sure, it can.
Say that.
Yeah.
Like if you get paid a lot of money to make a video, I'm like, right on. Like that's cool. Like I'll figure it out. I can find a way to be happy about that, because there's a lot of money, and that's never happened. But I'm assuming, like, if someone gave you 10 G's. Like,
I'd do
make
it.
them like, oh yeah,
Every day.
Like, I'd be
I
thrilled.
got kids to feed, bro.
Yeah, I'd be thrilled. I'd be thrilled to be like, yeah, I'll make so. But I mean, I don't know if that's good advice, because it's not going to make you successful at YouTube, but it will make you able to be happy while you create. And I think it's really important to, like, Johnathan, you were saying this earlier, being happy. Like, if you gotta find ways to enjoy your creative endeavors. It's gonna beat you up, and it's gonna be hard at times. But you got to be happy, because otherwise, like, no one likes a cranky artist. It's like, hit the road. Like, there's plenty of them. Or rather, you better
it's
be
Kurt Cobain, in which case we all forgave him for being cranky. But
right, you better be so good.
Yeah,
if you're cranky, you better be prolific, and you better be creative, and you better be completely involved in your craft. But otherwise, for everyone else, like, you better.
You can't really pair being good and angry with Kurt Cobain, because he's only one of those things.
That's right. Johnathan and me and others have a very funny, like, we rib each other about this kind of stuff, like Nirvana or Jimi Hendrix. Johnathan, not a fan of Jimi Hendrix, does recognize the stature of his music, does not like, really, it does not suit his taste. So we go back and forth about such things. So all in all is fair in love and music. I do want to address Mark Spurgeon. Is it Spurgeon, like soft G? I always pronounce it both ways. Mark, a good friend of the channel, all our channels, is triggered by the lack of gear being purchased. But he did send me a piece of gear for Christmas, and I just want to thank him for it, and I'll let you guys hear it. It is the Maestro Invader Distortion, and I just want to feature it for half a second here. So off, on. And I mean to tell you, that's tame. This thing is wild. Like, I thought that my I have a Beatronics Octahive, or Overhive.
Yeah.
I thought that thing was crazy for an overdrive pedal, because it got almost to fuzz territory. This thing is bananas. Like, they call it's aptly named, like, the Invader Distortion. It invades your tone. Like, it is so crazy. So once again, I know I thanked you on Friday Night Live last week, but thank you, Mark, for that. And yeah, very, very cool gift. So yeah, I mean, I think keeping the love alive in what you're doing seems to be the census decision for 2026. And it's not just us, Lucas Fowler, who we had on the other week, is writing like 3 albums right now. He's working on like 3 different projects. So he's like, and he has done a lot of really great gear demo videos over the years, and he's a gear nerd. And we found out firsthand, having him on, how much he loves to talk about gear. But he's making music, which is great, because he's a phenomenal musician. And then, Robert Baker is like on the sly working on. I think he's announced it, so I'm not letting a cat out of a bag here. But he's working on a solo album, a la like Dan Huff or Tom Bukovac style kind of session musician style album. A lot of guys are producing music right now, and I am as well. I've been doing like little releases. Actually, I just put out a song, should be dropping today. So I'm slowly starting to like curate an album of music I've written, and I just think that's like the best. Like just seeing all you guys, like people not letting go of their creativity, not letting the beating drum of gear demo guitar YouTube like drown out the fact that we all got on here because we wanted to create something. And whether that be a community or I started doing it more heavily because I wanted to be friends with Johnathan, and that's just true. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make some more videos, man, and we're gonna do this. And for like a year and a half, I was talking about this podcast, and he's like, all right, yeah, I'm down, but I'm so persistent. I just made him say yes eventually, and if I want to be friends with somebody, it's gonna happen. It just is. Yeah. That's just what's gonna happen.
It's a go-getter mindset. That's a good thing to have.
But I don't have. Alex and I talked about this. Like, I don't really have time to be in a band. I got into a band, and then we got my kids' like sports schedule for fall, and I had to immediately like the next day be like, guys, I can't be in the band. It sucked, and they understood. They're all dads themselves and stuff, so they know how it goes. They have time in their lives for that thing because of the precedent they set, but I'm not really in that place.
You're not there yet.
So I had to not be in a band. So I was just like, screw it. I'm just gonna like figure out a way to get my music out of me in this way, and it's just been super awesome. So. Yeah, man. I think keeping YouTube a creative space is just fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
We had some comments earlier about P90s. And Alex, this is your first venture down P90 Avenue. So
Yeah.
maybe what are you thinking so far?
I am surprised at how much clarity a P90 has.
Oh.
On a lot of pickups you play, you feel like you hit like a limiter in the pickup. There's
Yes.
you feel this, it's usually around like between 3K and 5K. There's like this little bump that comes down when you really dig in. But there's something about at least these pickups when you, it still is airy and has like a lot of top end on it, and I love it. I mean, I didn't think I thought I was like Tele guy. That's it now, but I'm starting to see that like I am not loyal to anything apparently. Like I have no loyalty.
No loyalty.
And then I love the middle sound of two pickups.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, a great comping sound, right? Like, that's a great...
Like Strat position 2 on steroids.
Also,
Yeah.
since there's 5 positions on this, it has these kind of like semi... I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting.
So this
Yeah,
is...
it takes out like a lot of the
kind
bass.
of
It's
this.
something I really like about Yamahas. They got those weird electronics.
I mean, that's very like James Brown, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
on the 4th position, I mean, that's, you can kind of say Strat-ish, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still, I mean, it's still P90, and it's still really just the middle position, but it's just like little flavors. It's like Sunday with nuts, Sunday with hot fudge. It's like you're still eating a Sunday, but
Yeah.
it's like you're getting little, like a cherry. Oh, you want a cherry on top? It's like, yeah, that's the 4th position on this. So you're not you're not getting like a hot dog when you ask for a sundae. It's still the same thing. And then obviously the bridge. I didn't know bridge P90s, man. Like I didn't realize.
Oh,
Yeah.
angry.
Like great, like you said, growl, bite, and you know it can go. I don't like using this with more than like a plexi. Like I don't like using this for like modern sounds, but I love
Really?
everything from plexi to super clean on this guitar.
See, because now that was something I was going to say too, because obviously you hear people always say that P90s, they are single coils, so they're going to have the 50 or 60 cycle hum, whichever one. I hear both, but you know what I'm saying. Have you experienced any kind of overwhelming hum or buzz or anything while you're playing, especially with some games?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Like a lot of, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's what's just like a little bit of gain.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
but when I was playing into my SV20, there it is. There.
Yep.
Somewhere
It
back
was like the hum was I mean, as noticeable as my Strat. It's definitely there, and so but that's but I don't mind it though. You just got to be judicious with your volume knob.
right.
And as I said, like the volume knobs are so good in this. It's like it's a breeze. It's wonderful to turn these things. Like I just feel like it's a Rolls Royce.
Just in Grandpa's Cadillac
Yeah,
with it, dude.
roll,
Just
baby.
heated seats.
I mean, that's such a like great. Like, come on! Like
It's
it sounds.
good.
It's got
no.
its
This
own
is the
thing,
problem,
for
though. If
sure.
you watch my video, Sean, you know my problem. I have
Yeah.
a problem. My problem is that I like everything. Doesn't
You
matter
do.
the piece of gear. I'm like, oh, I love it.
You're
So people
you're
are
a
like, which one should I
serial
buy? I'm like, I
optimist.
love it all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I
Yes.
like it. It's a guitar. I like guitars.
Yep.
So like, I have no loyalty. I think everything sounds good. I like cheap guitars. I like expensive guitars. I like everything in between. I
So
like
go
every
to
pedal.
SuperDanger for all of your reliable gear reviews. And
Yeah.
gear
I honestly can't. I like give the
Never
worst
done
reviews.
a negative one.
I've never done it because I was like, I like every piece of gear I have. I'm like, I don't. The only guitars I don't like are the ones that don't play well. Like this thing
Yeah.
is not working somehow. But every guitar I own, I'm like, yeah, I love it.
Now,
So
I do
Cutting
have
out
a
being a
question.
brand snob and stuff too is, that's a great way to enjoy it too. Is not really care, like if it's good, it's good, because I do that too.
Yes.
right,
So-
yeah.
Yep. And Jonathan, now you are a high gain guy. That's your thing. You go from striking clean, like, that very, very clean, sultry sort of like metal verse sort of sound to, extremely high gain chorus type stuff. P90s in your context, maybe not so great, but the guy you've been trolling on social media for the last 3 days, because we need to get him on here, Jared James Nichols, he has his own set of silencer P90s.
Yes.
Is that something you would consider plopping into your Gibson there?
No. So
Fair enough.
as much as I love Jared James Nichols, I have to say that I was not super duper impressed with the silencer P90.
Okay.
It seemed like it was, it was tame, it did its job, but it seemed like it took something out of it. Because to me, it's almost like it was trying to be like a hot rail pickup or something, like a stacked single coil, something you'd put in like a Strat. But to me, it just seemed like it missed the mark a little bit.
Okay.
I get the idea why it exists, right? Especially if that's your primary thing, because like you see him, and well, now he's playing his Futura, Explorer,
Yeah.
which is awesome. But generally speaking, you see a lot of his stuff. You can hear it on his recordings too, like the hum in the background. That's the big thing, especially when you're on stage and he's using, his big Black Star stuff or whatever. It's like you're gonna have that hum, and as you turn up, you're just gonna, have all the hum. With me, and this is just, I don't know if this is just a phenomenon or what, but every P90 guitar I've had, I've never really had a problem with the hum through real amps or through plugins. At least not to the point where I've noticed it and it's been a problem. And I play like with plugins, like when they're on amp modeler, I mean, I'm using like 5150s with this thing or my SG Junior. Like I'm and it's fine. It sounds great. And maybe like even so, I'm playing through the Jam Buddy 2, believe it or not, another little cheap amp thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's got, you know, like a 5150 thing in it. It's got a dual rectifier. Like, this is a dual rectifier with overdrive. I think everything should be good.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
kind of letting off of it. Like, I think there's a gate on there, but I mean, even then, it's
Sure.
not super
Wait a second. I gotta change this. Then.
super duper hummy. But you know, that's just me. I've never really noticed any kind of overwhelming thing. And like I said, I don't know if that's just me or what. But
I
that's
just
the
pulled up
reason
the
I've really got into P90s. You know.
Yeah.
I just pulled up
And
the
there
round
goes-
setting on my Lion. Let me. Do you hear that hum on mine?
Yes.
Yeah, a little.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
maybe it's just me. I think it could be me. You know, some people
No,
are like
I mean, it's-
electromagnetic.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
You
like
know,
P90s, they
I'm like the
have the
Shocker
hum for
Spider-Man.
sure. It's, you know, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't ever want to come off sounding like.
It just doesn't bother you.
No, I heard yours. I was
I
like,
mean,
oh
maybe
wait,
it
it
doesn't
worked
bother
for him. I'm like, wait a second. I was like, maybe I was doing it wrong. I'm like, no. I'm like, I did something wrong.
No, and
It
that's the
sounded
thing,
really
and-
good on yours.
And the thing is too is like back when, and I'm not the biggest historian I was gonna say, but back when like P90s were, you know, kind of the pickup you were using, I don't think they had gates.
They
so, I
didn't.
mean, when you were
Yeah.
playing, but they didn't really have high gain stuff either back then. So
Yeah.
that's part of like where the punk thing came in, where they were buying all the, you know, P90 guitars and stuff. They were putting them through all that high gain and stuff, but it had that buzz and that gnarliness to it that made punk what it is. And I think it's
Yeah.
something that could transcend into like rock and metal if it really wanted to.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are some, I mean, like I said, like you throw this on like if I had like a real 5150 head or whatever, I mean, it would probably blow your ears off just from the buzz itself, because it would probably be so much, just because it's so gainy as it is.
Right. Yeah,
So
they're
it-
angry, you know?
Yeah, they are, and they really are.
Now, there's my hum.
There's yours, yeah.
But I am gated, and it's still doing it. These
still
are vintage wound, you know, vintage wound P90s. That's a Rev Gen Red, sort of what I use on my live
yeah.
streams for my metal stuff. But there is something to be said, despite the hum. You can't get that angst out of any other pickup. Really, maybe a Tele Bridge if you have like one of the double stacks or something like that. But really, the P90 into high gain is its own level. Like, I mean, it transcends, in my opinion, humbuckers. Even my mini humbuckers on the Les Paul here are not as, and those are hot as hell, but they're not as angry as this P90 is when it's in high gain. So, I mean, I think it's definitely awesome. Like, if you want to just like cut in with a solo on a high gain track, you know, hard rock or heavy metal or whatever, you get yourself a P90 and put it into, you know, like you said, a 5150 or a high gain Marshall JCM 800 or
Well, I
something
mean,
like
look
that.
at, everybody always says go to Tony Iommi.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, he
High
built-
watt.
Created a genre essentially with P90s and stuff, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah. It does a thing that you can't replicate any other way. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's awesome.
And then even to Alex's point, like the middle, I mean, that is just a straight up, like on this one, even the middle position is just so like, let's see if it's. Like it's just got like this quack kind of, even on that like rake, like you
Yeah.
hear it, you know, you can hear it, it's just, and that goes for like, not even just saying like, oh, this is just, it's a custom shop. Like every P90 guitar I've played, no
Oh,
matter
yeah.
what the shape is, the brand, that middle position is just something so special.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
really
not a big
good.
middle position person, but like on a P90 guitar, absolutely, all day. I'll use it for, especially cleans.
Right.
It's
Yeah, I don't like the middle on a, a Les Paul with humbuckers. I don't like the middle on a. I don't love the middle on a Telly. I'm okay with it, but like on this, I was like, oh yeah. Now what I wish I had 4 knobs, control each thing, just to have a little. But that's okay. But again, like now I'm inventing guitars in my head. Like for what this is, I'm really impressed.
one day when you have a signature, you push it. And
He has a signature. It's
Welcome
the
to Alex's new
Giacomo.
channel. I got a new guitar coming out.
The Giacomo guitar is now the SuperDanger guitar.
See, that's a great guitar too. Like, I mean,
You made that thing. He played. I don't know if you saw that video, Jonathan, or anybody in the chat, but he played "Beat It" Eddie Van Halen solo on the Giacomo jazz guitar.
yeah.
It was balls out. It was so good.
It was
just
hard to
like
do on that guitar. I'll say that.
Being
that was
able
like,
to even play the solo on an Eddie Strat with low action is one thing, but the fact that you nailed it, Alex, on a jazz guitar, like it was so good.
It's really hard to do.
And I'm just like, well, this is your guitar. Like, obviously, we can't give it to Giacomo. Like, he's a fraud. You played, you played "Beat It" on that guitar. It sounded perfect, and so that's your guitar now. You're Giacomo's dad, and that's your guitar.
Yeah, I mean, it was surprising. Now I will say the one thing about that guitar too is like really big frets, like really, really, really big frets. It's the only thing about everything else I love about that guitar. I love the pickups on it. I love the sounds. I'm okay with the bridge, but the one thing I'm like, gosh, I wish these frets were a little bit tinier. They're massive. It feels like I don't know. I mean, it feels like there's just like rivets of metal driven in.
Yeah. Well, there are.
Like we can use. It felt like they brought in a big bucket. Like, hey, we can use these as frets. I was like, what is that? Like, oh, it's a bunch of scrap I found. I'm like, oh, okay. Like we
Is that a
have
railroad
fret wire.
spike?
Like, no. Use this. This is like it. It doesn't feel like a normal fret. But I mean, again, you can still play it. I'm nitpicking because I'm a jerk. So it's
No, but I get that though with frets. Like I know that there are certain small things that, and I say this too. Like I don't geek out on a lot of things. Like I'm like, oh, here's the neck radius and here's the nut width, and like I don't do all that. But I kind of go on the neck and the frets a little bit harder because I feel like those are two very important things on a guitar. More important so than like the pickups and the electronics and stuff. Realistically, if the frets are too big or they're like too, I don't want to say vintagey, but like if they're one of the two extremes,
right.
To me, I don't like that. I like a good, like I can do extra jumbo on some things, but
Right, and it said that these are medium jumbo. And I'm like, liar.
if you're saying it like that, there's no
You're
way.
lying to me because these are. I'm looking at my other guitars. You do that when you're like, wait a second, and you pull up the specs, and you're like, I have another guitar that says that, and you're looking at them like a psychopath. Like, am I going crazy or are they lying to me? Is this multi-million-dollar company lying?
So see, here's the thing. So like, I did that recently because I have so the guitar that I bought a little while back that I have in the shop, the gold one. It's a Gibson Firebird, right? So I have a video on that, but
Oh crap!
it looked like to me that it had stainless steel frets on it. Okay.
Yep,
Oh, we lost him. He'll be back.
he'll be back.
There he is. We got you.
Can you hear me? Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You're back.
Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. But anyway, so what was I saying? Okay, so the guitar that I have, the gold one that I said I bought, Gibson Firebird. Okay. I swore that it had stainless steel frets on it because I have a Firefly, like a Firebird type shape, that definitely has stainless steel frets on it. These on the Gibson, they had the rounded ends. They were real shiny when they came out of the box. They weren't like oxidized because stainless steel doesn't seem to want to do that as much. And I took it to my tech, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't think it's just stainless steel frets." And I'm like, "Are you sure? Like, are you sure?" I was literally like, I told him, I said, "I have the two." I said, "I've got this one." I was literally like,
Yeah.
"These look the same." But I mean, he was like, well, I'll look at it and stuff. And I'm like, because he was trying to say like, well, I love the guy to death too, and but like, you have the Firefly itself. That brand is a budget brand, selling guitars for $200-300 maybe with stainless steel frets on it. So are a lot of other companies. So kind of why would expect Gibson makers to kind of do the same thing? He did make a good point. He said if they were stainless steel, you wouldn't have brought it to me for a fret job because they probably would have taken the extra time to level them off. And I said, that's probably a good point. That's a really good point. So I don't know, but yeah, frets are definitely one of those things that you can't overlook. Is my point on that. But
All right, that's the
Speaking of
one thing. If I could make every guitar brand, I'm like, I'll spend $10 more for every guitar as long as you guys get the frets right.
Yeah.
Like it does like $10 more.
I'll pay $100 more for a guitar if you get the frets right.
Right, but like
That's a big thing.
at scale, you know what I mean? It's like 10 at scale. Everyone pays $10 more for every guitar. Like
Yep.
that
Oh,
means you can pay whoever's doing fret rounding, whoever's doing leveling. Like that definitely covers the margin.
Yeah.
If you're talking like 1,000 guitars a day,
Yeah.
$10 more. Like that's enough. You guys can. That's enough to get another 5 minutes from. You know what I mean? Because it's 5 minutes from one guy that's doing.
Yeah.
A little
Well, especially when
bit
you're building it, like you're doing it. It's not like you've already put it together and then
Right.
you're there. Just do
Yep.
it. Like,
There's a guy that job is frets, so it's like pay him just a little bit more. I'll help you pay him. He's fret guy, right? There's some guy that's
Tell Fret Man.
He's fret guy.
yeah, John McFret.
get it right.
Tell him to
Pay him an extra
just
$5.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
whatever. Get him.
You
get
could
him
say.
the neck
You
a
could
little
even
bit earlier.
say.
Yeah.
You could even say the dude's job is only frets.
Oh, got it. Well, speaking of frets, I think because of this guitar, these are the 70s low wide Norlin era frets, and people are like, you can't bend. You can. And I always shied away from train track size, like tall fret. I don't like it. And that's because I sort of grew up playing this guitar and I got used to just being able to go wherever. It's basically, they call them fretless wonders for a reason. And it feels pretty well fretless. I've never touched the frets on this. It's never had a fret job. Dad's like, you can't file those. Like they're done,
That's that, yeah.
But I don't need to. And in 30 years or what it's been, I've had this for like 20 years now. And my dad had it for at least 15 years before that. We've never done anything to the frets. I barely had to touch the neck because of that nice 3-ply mahogany maple construction on this. It's like, I like low, like basically non-existent frets. Now, not all my guitars are like that, and I've gotten used to playing higher frets, but the myth that you can't bend on high frets is silly to me, because I've had a completely different experience my entire life with this thing. So that's why I got this out, because we were talking about that, and like, say what you will about Norlin era, they set these frets and they've been good since 1978. So, I mean, you can get it right, and especially with stainless steel, like your Firefly. I watched that demo video, Johnathan, and no buzz, no choke out, like for $200, $225 shipped to your door, like.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to compete with, in general.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, I even showed in like where I set it up and everything. I'm like, I've got the bridge slammed to the body, like it's down. I think it maybe has a little bit more leeway, and I probably could have given it that little more leeway, and it would have been still just fine. It doesn't buzz out or anything. I'm like, that is insane to me. It just is crazy.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say too, on the note of your low fret thing. I was actually out the other day and I was at Guitar Center trying to find my last little hoorah, and I didn't, but I did. I almost bought this because it was cool. It's different. It was a PV, I think it was a Predator. I can't remember what it was, but it was so strange. It was like a natural body, USA made, for like $300, because those older PVs are like Yeah, they're not like very popular for some reason. When I tell you that thing felt amazing, it had these weird, like, they look like humbuckers, but they had just like the single rail down it, but they didn't sound like, they were really, it was really weird. But man, I tell you, them frets were like so worn out. They were so low. And I was like, this is like borderline, I don't want to say borderline unplayable because I was playing it, but like, man, it just, like, especially up here, like, I guess somebody really liked the cowboy chords, man. The first 3 frets were just dunzo. Like, they were gone. And I was just like, man, for $300 maybe, but I was like, man, you'd have to definitely get a fret job on this.
That's a fret job, yeah. I mean, divots and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, and maybe this is a little PSA advice, if you see one of those older PV Predators and it's one of the USA made ones, like, pick it up. Those things are awesome. And I can kind of attest to it, too, because my dad actually has the Telly style, the Telly one.
Oh, nice.
He's had it for, 30-something years probably. I remember when I was growing up learning to play, I would play that one sometimes. And even now, that thing holds up. I mean, it needs some work on it. Like, he's never, like, polished the frets, so the frets are, like, black.
Disgusting.
they're bad. And I've told him, like, hey, let me clean it, because he's a bass player. So, I mean, he's got 2 guitars, but he's got a couple of basses and stuff. But I'm just like, man, like, let me do some stuff to it. I need to go do it, and, but yeah, I mean, that guitar is fantastic because it's a USA PV. It's crazy good.
Nice.
Anyway.
Well, Alex, what is on the docket for 2026 at Super Danger Studios, sir?
There's a couple. It's a new format I'm rolling out. I'm gonna be doing more vlogging.
Like gig vlogs and stuff?
Yeah, just like I'm gonna go to try to meet as many people in Nashville as possible.
Cool.
And I was like, why am I gonna do? Like, I need to give a reason for that. I'm like, I should take people on that journey because I've making videos in here. Of course, love it. It's fun, but I'm not taking advantage of this amazing city that
you're not networking.
And so I got to go out and I want to meet people and I want to hang out with them and find out what they're up to. So that's one side, and then there's a very large video project that I'm gonna try to get done, which is like probably 10 times the size of the short film I just did.
Oh wow!
So if I can get that done, it's like very 80s, like if Karate Kid was about guitars.
Oh, so sick!
So if I can get it done, I have some people I have soft commitments from people, so we'll see. We'll see how I can swing that. It's going to take a serious financier to get it done, but I think I can.
Answer me one question: Are one person's initials RB?
No.
Okay.
No, not yet though.
We need to make that happen. He is.
I'm gonna stop by his in the vlog.
Good.
I'm gonna introduce myself and
Dude,
I want to play his little
cool.
his shreddy
He's
guitars.
so cool.
I want to see what's going on. I did meet him at the Book of X show over the summer last year when I shot it. So
yeah, you guys will hit it off for sure. He's a huge '80s nerd, so
he seems like a cool cat.
It'd be perfect. No, that's great, man. I saw you had Brett Papa on your last video. He was funny, super funny. Everybody was funny. Who played Santa?
So that's Ross Kimball. So he was in the show Jury Duty that was nominated for an Emmy.
Oh wow!
So he's a working actor and comedian. He was a Second City guy.
So good as Santa. He's like, no, the opposite of that answer. Like when you said no to the shot, and he's like the opposite of that answer.
He's just great on set. He's huge. He's like 6'7".
Yeah, big guy.
I was happy because I got him to be in that Giacomo video, and then obviously I had to postpone that, and that was only over essentially Zoom. But I was like, I'm gonna get him to come to Nashville. We're gonna shoot on location, and he was so funny. And then so the psychiatrist is actually my voice coach or voice teacher. So I've been taking singing lessons from. So it was great to have her, and she sang on the Nothing's Gonna Stop Us at the end
okay.
well.
I was wondering if that was the missus or if that was somebody else.
No. Yeah, just the missus was acting though. That's her first time acting, so I was
she
really
did great.
Yeah, I was like, wow, you're pretty good at
Johnathan,
that.
you're gonna like that video.
She's like, you're just saying that because you're married to me. I'm like, no, I swear, like that was good acting. So,
it was good.
I was really happy. Everyone just was so down for the cause, so I was really happy.
Cool,
about that.
man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really looking forward to what you have coming up. I mean, you asked me to get excited about a long, nerdy Super Danger video. I'm all in every time.
Thank you.
And Jonathan, what's on your docket? Obviously, you put out that video this morning, so you've kind of talked about this already. But you're moving into music focus. So what are you thinking for new shoot formats here?
So, disclaimer, and I said this in the video, I do have videos scheduled at this point all the way up through April that are older videos that are gear reviews. And I even showed that in the video, like, hey, here's this. So if I don't do anything else but that, which I will, I'm not buying gear, promise.
Yep.
But so I do have a couple of ideas referring to my whiteboard up here. I want to compare the Chips and the Firefly, just because I think those are interesting and I can make some stuff out of that. I'm going to do a guitar collection video because I've not done that in a while, and I think that'll kind of set the premise of like, here's what I have and here's what I'm going to have throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had this other idea for like a little series that I thought was kind of cool, and it's going to be maybe kind of hard. It doesn't have to be like a series all like in a row, I guess. It can kind of be like a periodic thing.
Sure.
But it's like is this guitar model the coolest guitar, essentially? So
Okay.
like, is the Les Paul the coolest guitar? And then it's going to be like you play it and talk about it, and it's like another, I don't want to say like a historical thing, like here's where it started, and here's who Les Paul, like not anything like that, but just talking about like why I like this guitar, why this might be something, kind of like, YouTube kind of is, I don't want to say oversaturated with that kind of stuff, but I thought it was kind of cool, and I can put my spin on it. I want to start getting back into some skit kind of stuff. Like I did a couple of videos for some companies where I took it like a funny route and did some skits.
Yeah. Those were great, by the way.
Yeah, there were people that seemed to be pretty receptive to it, but it's one of those things where I did do that a long time ago, but then people wouldn't watch them, or people wouldn't, I don't want to say react like I wanted them to, because I mean, either way, I know my jokes are dumb. I know that they're corny and cheesy, and they're just stupid.
Hey, you got a
And they make me laugh.
podcast out of it. I mean, that's why I'm here. All that snarky sense of humor is just hilarious.
Well, I mean, it's just like dumb jokes and stuff. But I mean, like even where I'm in the Rock Lock video I did where
You're just trying to drop the guitar.
you're just like like I'm doing this in the camera, and
Yeah.
to me that made me laugh so hard because it was just so stupid and over the top for no reason.
Yeah, you gotta
Like-
believe in the joke. If it's funny
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you, that's all that matters. Yeah.
Oh, I'll write a joke. Like I'm someone that will just take a joke too far, and I just will keep doing it. Everybody's like, okay, enough, and I'm like, no, it's still funny because I added this part to it. Like I'm that kind of guy.
Still
and it's
funny.
It's so annoying. Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
I
love
fully
it.
am on board.
my wife hates it, but my kids hate it. But that's how you know you're doing a good job.
Right, yeah.
Like,
So yeah, that's kind of just what it is. Just more, and more ideas will come out, I'm sure, because I'm forced to be creative now.
well, I'm really looking forward to 2026. We have some good guests lined up for OnlyFrets. That's always going to be great. And obviously, there will be weeks where you and I just get a bro down and exchange bad opinions on here with ourselves. But, and, I really appreciate you coming on, Alex, number one, but I am
Absolutely.
excited to drag your butt back on here with Tom and
yeah.
do the Tone Town / OnlyFrets crossover episode.
Yeah.
Because
cool.
Tom said he was down, so at some point we will all four of us convene on here for sure. And then I have my first fully sponsored sort of tinkering video. So I got a part sent to me. I'm an affiliate. There's a link. Oh boy, what happened? There we go. And that was really cool. And so I have that coming up, and that's going to be fun. And then I'm just still going to keep recording these songs that I've written. And, Alex, you probably won't be a fan of this, but I am using AI to get my backing
No, it's
music. So what I do is I record basically like a scratch track of the song
Yeah.
all the way through, and I drop it into Suno, which everybody's heard of at this point. And I usually don't give it lyrics if I already know how I want to sing it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll give it lyrics for ideas on how to sing it. And I did that with the most recent song I just put out. It's called Tiny Flashlights. Go check out my YouTube music or Spotify or anywhere you get music. Shameless plug. But I used it to get the idea of how to sing it, and then just remove, you can get the stems and you just remove any part you don't want. So I remove guitars and vocals. Sometimes I keep the harmonies if they're clean enough, but it's helping me get my music out. Well, I can't have a band, and it actually sounds good. All of my other albums I've done kind of sound like crap, and these actually are listenable to me, the
That's
person
great.
who made it.
I think that's a good use of AI. That really is, though. It's like
That's what I've always said too. Yeah.
it's for individual creators to kind of flesh out their stuff. Like you don't have access to other musicians. You don't have time to learn how. 20 years to learn how to mix. It's like no, I want to create something now, and that to me is a good.
Or you need
use
a
of
jumping
AI.
off point for a vocal melody, like he said. You mean?
That's a good use of AI. There are
Yeah.
many bad uses,
exactly.
but that's a good use.
Yeah, I think that's the proper use case for it. For a person who makes music in their basement is like that's who it's for. That's what it's for.
Exactly.
And it shouldn't be used to like top a Spotify download chart with on the country music or whatever. Like it shouldn't be used for that. I'm not tricking anybody. Like I wrote these songs and but they would, if you think about it the other way too, it would be canned drums anyway. I'm not a drummer. We kind of talked about this on your live stream yesterday, Alex, but like actually the act of drumming or playing bass is the hardest part of recording drums and bass. So
Right, yeah. Play it. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm gonna keep doing that, and I just really am grateful to have friends on the internet like you guys, rather than some of those friends that are like, well, with friends like you, who needs enemies? But I've got like, what's that meme about with Drake where he's like, no, I know you got guys, but I'm talking about guys, I got guys, and that makes me feel good. I said this the other week, but I'm kind of like the what's the Joe Cocker of guitar YouTube. It's like I can get anybody to like hang out and do a song with me, but I don't have the following of Janis Joplin or Jimi Hendrix or something. But that's okay. I'm cool with being Steve Kerr on the Bulls, right?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey,
he hit it when it mattered.
That's right. That's right. So, yeah. All right, dudes. Well, shoot. Happy New Year.
Thanks for having me. Happy New Year
Yeah.
to you guys and your family.
Yeah. Same
well.
to you. All the blessings in the world. Thanks to the chat, Enzo, BBM, Mark, and Brought to Fruition. And, I've got some new subs I'm really excited about having. Steve Cassidy jumped on here for a minute. All the homies, Black Spartan, everybody, Brandy Creating with Love, and Zach Thong, and Steve Gunner, and all the folks that join us here every week and join me on Friday nights, which I will be doing this week. By the way, I'll do a Friday night live stream. So, just thanks everyone. OnlyFrets is on the way up. Strings and pucks at the buzzer. What's up, buddy? But yeah, everybody go subscribe to Alex if you're not. We look forward to having you back on here, hopefully with Tom in tow at some point.
Yeah.
And Johnathan just left because he said, screw you guys. Oh, there he is. He's back.
No.
And I got a 5-year-old
saw it
calling
coming.
my name
Yeah.
upstairs. So got to get back to my other job as dad.
Same.
At least you don't have to get back to work.
That's
You have a day
right.
off.
That's right.
We're usually on
Yeah.
our lunch break doing this. So.
We're going to go fly some drones. So.
Nice.
Nice.
Drone warfare. Let's go.
All right, everybody. Well, Happy New Year to you all. And thanks again for joining us. And we'll catch you down the road.
See you guys.
Absolutely. Peace
Thanks for
out.
having me.